Hi everybody, my name is Sunny Barnett and I am going to make my first YouTube video ever. I want to make a YouTube video because I have stage 4 cancer. It's stage 4 bladder cancer that is metastatic to the bone. I have at least 10 tumors in my body that I've lost track at this point to how many I actually have, because the cancer is growing. I want to make this first video about how I came to find out that I even had cancer, because I just found out when I was 35 years old, and for it to be this advanced, and someone so young is extremely rare, because even bladder cancer is extremely rare and it occurs more in men, and there's different types. There's 4 different types. I have the adenocarcinoma, and so there is no specific treatment for bladder cancer because there's just so many people that have had it so far, that especially in my late stage, to where they can figure out how to treat it. The best option for bladder cancer is finding it out really early, and I have heard a lot of stories about, a lot of men who, you pee blood, and that's how you find out. That's a clear indicator of something wrong. But women obviously bleed, and nothing ever was wrong with my labs. All my labs are still, like, urine, blood screens, they're all normal. There is no test to know that you have this cancer. From the beginning, how I found out is September 28th of 2022. I was cleaning my house. I literally was just doing the laundry, and I went down to get the clothes out of the washer, and my back it felt like it slid, like it wasn't, I had to like stand up straight, and I was like, whoa, 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 something's wrong, something's wrong. So I stood up, and I was like, I need to sit down. I just cleaned too much and hard. So I went to the bathroom to wash my hands, and my back slid again, even like leaning towards to wash my hands. And I was like, something's wrong, something's wrong. And I was in so much pain that I tried going down to the couch, and I was like, I gotta go down to the floor, something's wrong. At this point, I have 2 children. I had a 2-year-old. They were 2 and 4. So I obviously have been through labor. I was in so much pain. I thought I was in labor. I didn't think I was in labor, but I'm like, I shouldn't be in this much pain. I almost thought I had to go to the emergency room. But I laid there for a bit because I was alone. So by the time I could, and I was just rocking in pain. I was in so much pain on the floor. I was rocking because I didn't know what to do. And my husband was upstairs. So by the time I could compose myself, I went upstairs and I was like, what should I do? What should I do? And I was like, okay, let's just call it primary because of insurance too. Like, you don't want to go to the emergency room and get a $40,000 bill. I can't afford that. So we called my primary care provider at that time, and they were like, just come in today, we'll see you. But when I went in, my primary, who was a nurse practitioner, she did nothing. I'm telling someone something's wrong. I'm in this much pain. I'm saying I'm in level 10 pain. And she refused to do even an x-ray. She told me that I was getting older and that I needed to work out, that I was weak. And before this whole cancer situation, I mean, I consider myself a very fit person because I could run 3 to 6 miles a day. I've been athletic my entire life. And I've always played sports, soccer, field hockey, cheerleading. And like even after, when I as an adult, I'd run after work. So it's for someone to say that to me and then just brush off my pain and just say I'm getting older and I'm weak and I just need to do physical therapy and that's it. And then I trusted her though, and I was like, okay. But I left and she was like, I think it was ibuprofen for 48 hours and you'll be fine. I wasn't fine. I was very angry for a long time. Because something obviously was wrong. I knew something was wrong after months of it. I went on because people kept telling me like everyone has back pain, even my husband was telling me that, everybody. I was like, okay. So I just was working full time and taking care of my kids. Like nothing was done. So I was still waking my kids up, getting them ready, taking them to daycare, working a full day, going to pick my kids up from daycare, coming home, feeding them dinner, doing everything. Because I have to get approval from insurance to even get an MRI. Like I called a specialist myself because even I think it was a month after people telling me it's normal, I was like, I don't think this is normal, something's wrong. So I was like, I have to do something myself. So I called a specialist and they gave me an appointment, but it's a month out for that appointment. Like everything's a waiting game. So by the time I even saw that specialist and I told him how bad my pain was and what was happening to me and how it's all day every day and I can barely move and I just can't believe that this much pain is normal. So he's like, okay, something's wrong and you're not old. You're 35, like let's do an MRI. But I had to wait for approval for insurance. So that took another month or a month and a half. So by the time from September, I think it was like even like December, I had that appointment with the spine specialist who ordered the MRI, but then I had to wait for the MRI. I think it was like January or something. My MRI came back not good. He's like, Sonny, you have like these cloudy white spots in your body that shouldn't be there. They're tumors. You have one on your clavicle and I had them down my spine. Like T3, my T3 was, and the MRI, obviously, they said, which was the primary huge pain factor, I had a severe compound fracture in my T3. I was walking around with a severe compound fractured spine because when we found this out, he didn't even get me into surgery. He's like, we need to get you into an oncologist. You have all these tumors all over in your body, and we have to get a PET scan, figure out where it's coming from. We don't know where it's coming from. We just know it's in your bones. You have stage 4. Well, not stage. He didn't even say stage 4 cancer. He goes, you just need to get to an oncologist. So I'm thinking in my mind still like, these could be benign. It might not be cancer. We don't know. He's just telling me there's tumors and my labs are fine. Okay, so we did a bone biopsy. They took a piece of my spine. Inconclusive. That sucked. But then I got into a local oncologist who and this was March 10th. I still have not had anything done to my spine. So from September all the way to March, still functioning with a broken spine. Not on any kind of pain meds. I think finally, after I got into the oncologist, they got me on some sort of mild pain medication, and they were trying to do mild radiation on the spine for pain relief because they said it was the cancer. But my spine was worsening because of the fracture. It just kept, obviously it gets worse and worse. It just deteriorates. The cancer is eroding my bones. So, sorry, this is a long story. But, so then, I got into that oncologist on March 10th, and I didn't even have the biopsy yet to find out what cancer it was. But on that Friday, when I met him, was horrible. I had no idea what me and my mom were in for in that appointment. I went in there, and he was like straight up with me. He was like, Sonny, you have stage 4 cancer. Just because we don't know what type, doesn't matter. You still have these tumors in your body. Stage 4 cancer to the bones. Like, you have 2 to 3 years to live. I did not know he was going to say that to me. I did not know at all before this whole cancer situation. I didn't know they weren't on top of cancer. It wasn't like knowledgeable about cancer at all. I thought they could fix cancer. My dad had prostate cancer and they fixed him fine. It hasn't come back. It took years, but they fixed it. I thought they could do that with me. I'm hoping I still can, but they're telling me there is nothing, but they're gonna try, but there is no treatment for bladder cancer. So for him to just, and he just kept talking. He's like, you have 2 to 3 years to live. No one's gonna do anything for you, Sonny. No one's gonna offer you anything other than chemo. And with treatment, that's with treatment. You're gonna die. I just couldn't believe it. I still think I swear I have PTSD from that day because it bothers me talking about it, thinking about him just telling me that, because it's like when someone tells you something like that, like, your life, I want to live. And I instantly thought about my children. Like, yeah, my daughter's 4 and she's obsessed with mommy, but my son was 2, and I'm like, he's not gonna remember who I am. He's not gonna have memories of me. But I'm just fighting every day. I'm still thankful every day that I get to have him, because I'm just trying to make memories with him, so I hope he remembers, but it's just hard, and I want to do videos, and that's why I want to do this too. They can watch this video on YouTube. Other people want to ask me questions, and I can make more videos. If I don't know if this is gonna be my only video, but if people have questions, I can make more. I'm wearing a wig right now. I don't know, sometimes people want to know where people get their wigs, and I can put the link, or if people want to know, I can put the link for off of Amazon. I can show you what I did shave my head because of chemo. A little crazy right now. Oh, so this is my chemo port, if no one knows what that is. I didn't know about chemo ports before. My diagnosis, and it's attached to my it's sewed to my bloodstream. So they can draw blood, and they can put chemo in there. But right now, so this wig actually, like, I don't know, looks pretty good, because it actually looks pretty close to mine, but this is how I put it on. I just flip it like that, upside down, and voila, back on. So I really like this wig, because it actually looks a lot like my natural hair color on my freckles and stuff, so I kind of like that. But I don't know if you can tell, but I have like radiation. I've had radiation down my spine, but the first place that I went to with the first doctor who told me I was gonna die, they did mild radiation, and I was told that they shouldn't even have done that because it made it gummy. Because after I left that bad doctor on Friday, I had the bone. No, I did. It wasn't a bone biopsy. It was they actually, from the PET scan, they found massive tumor on my bladder. Okay, clearly bladder cancer. So I took a piece of it, and then that's how they found out it was the adenocarcinoma. So then, finally, I could get into Sloan Kettering, and that's where I'm at now, who is absolutely amazing. I have to drive 3 hours to get to my appointments, 4 if I go down into New York City, because the traffic is insane. It takes 40 minutes to go 7 blocks. So, so I go to Sloan Kettering right now, so I'm so happy, because they don't talk to you in numbers, which, I mean, they didn't say they could change numbers, but they said, we'll do anything possible. We're trying to find a cure for cancer. We're trying to help people. They don't want people to die from cancer. So their whole talk is just totally different. They've done intensive radiation on my spine. I have to wear a cast. They mold it to my back and they pinpoint in each section that they do every time. And they've blasted my T3, well, T2, 3, 4, and then they've done 9, 10, 11. So it's like sections of my spine, because I mean, it's everywhere in my spine, and it's spread. It's the chemo that I've been doing the past 3 months, I've stopped. They said it was doing more harm than good because the cancer's still growing, and it's now in like L2, 4, and 5. And now the latest update that I had from the MRI with the spread, and I have another small fracture in my T10 now. So my back is definitely getting worse. I do have to wear a back brace. I don't have it with me right now because if I'm relaxed and stuff, it's like when I'm walking and stuff, because I'm pretty immobile. Like, I used to be pretty muscular, but I've lost a lot of muscle because since September, I mean, for 6 months I had a fractured spine. So even when I was working full time, that whole time, 6 months, I didn't get my spine fixed because I had to get into Sloan Kettering. So then from September, I think April 1st is when I had the spine surgery, because when I went to Sloan Kettering, absolutely amazing. I told that medical oncologist how I had a fractured spine and how much pain I was in. She like actually listened to me and said, she came back like after an hour later. I thought they were just doing paperwork or something, or getting my next appointment. I don't even know. And she goes, I just emailed a bunch of people. Can you get down to New York City tonight? And they can see if they can do a surgery. I was like, yeah. Yes, please. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. My husband was like, doesn't do well with emergencies or like rapid change, so he's like freaking out. And I was like, yes, 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 because I'm the one in pain. I'm like, we're going now. We're not getting an appointment, we're going. And literally, this neurosurgeon down at Sloan Kettering, he's the best. Dr. Barzilai, he's absolutely wonderful. He's amazing. Oh, and I can show you my scar, because that's why I wore this little tank top, because I don't know if you can see it, but it's all the way down my spine. It's like, I don't even know, 10 inches. My back's still numb, and that's from April, because it's still healing. My nerves are shot and everything, but the feeling's coming back slowly. So I'm getting there, healing and healing from chemo and healing from a lot of things, but he told me, like, my back was so bad, I was flat, because when you have a severe compound fracture, I couldn't even have even gravity, it's just like pushing down, and it's so severe, the pain. Like, I was flat on a gurney. I was flat on my bed, and I couldn't even, by the time they came and got me, I couldn't even go to the bathroom. They were like, I couldn't even move to go to the bathroom. They were like, let's just put a Foley in you. I was like, okay, sign me up, because I couldn't get up. He's like, Sonny, one more day and you would have been paralyzed. He goes, that doesn't happen a lot. Like, so we're monitoring this T10 fracture right now, like, because if it gets worse, we have an appointment in February. So if it gets worse, I am going to have another, because I have a rod and a bunch of screws holding up my T3 right now. So that's what we're going to have to do to my T10. If they don't want to do anything right now, because we're just trying to figure out what I can do for... We need to get rid of the cancer, because my spine cannot properly heal with cancer in it. So it's pointless kind of doing anything right now unless it's like totally severe. So we're waiting for it to get too bad, because we're hoping there's a miracle. You know, there's other options for me right now, like intensive chemo, inpatient chemo, which I don't want to do, because that's scary. I mean, even this moderate chemo that I was doing sucks. Like, you have every single symptom. You have crazy symptoms. I mean, I'd like freeze. My body can't move. My vision would go. I thought I was going to pass out. My vision was orange. They can't explain that. I obviously had the typical symptoms with bowel issues and all that stuff, like and I'm bruising so easily. My muscles, like, so, I don't know if you can even tell, like, how skinny I am, but it's gross. Like, look at these little legs, look at my butt. My butt is pretty bad. I don't have a butt anymore. I used to be, and I used to like it because it was like a sprinter butt. Like, I had the thighs and the cute little bubble butt. Don't have that. So it's been a long, almost year. And I can't believe it. But it's one day at a time, and I'm obviously trying to do whatever I can to survive, because I love this life and my family, my beautiful, beautiful children. I'm so thankful that, you know, they're starting school next week, and I get to see that. I get to see my daughter get on the bus first time. It's so beautiful. Like, yeah, I cry. I cry when I talk about it, really, but I feel like I'm coping really well, because my job, I'm a therapist. I was working as a therapist. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, so I definitely use a lot of cognitive behavioral therapy on myself to try and cope with this whole situation. And I mean, obviously I'm irritable. I mean, it's very stressful on my family and my relationship with my husband. Like, it's hard. Things are really hard. Yeah, it's not good, but we're doing the best we can, but I guess that's enough for this video. I just wanted to make this video because it's so rare. My cancer's so rare, and I think it was one woman that I have found, and it was her sister that contacted me because she wanted to talk to me. Because I told her I have the same exact cancer as your sister, because she was worried about her sister giving up chemo because they told her she only had 2 months to live. Because there is no treatment for bladder cancer, so she gave up the chemo and said, okay, I'm done. I'm done. So her sister was upset about it, and so that's very hard, because I found one person that has the same cancer as me, and they didn't make it. So super stressful to think about, but I'm thankful that they're telling me I'm so young and healthy. They're telling me how healthy I am and strong, so I'm just gonna keep fighting this and trying to find different. This chemo didn't work, so right now the problem is that I guess there's this pill for adenocarcinoma. I guess 3 people have tried it, one with my cancer and one person with adenocarcinoma of like lungs, because you can have adenocarcinoma in different areas, and lungs, and then another person with another type of adenocarcinoma. But they all went into remission from this pill that they take 1 time a day. So that's very interesting to me, but it's in trials. So my insurance, it's all about insurance, and I don't hate anybody or anything, but insurance is really a problem right now. Insurance is a problem because I honestly believe they just want you to die because they don't want to pay out. They denied me even taking this pill because it's $400 a day. I don't have $400 a day, so I really hope they can fight this insurance because I already know they rejected it. They sent me a letter, which is absolutely insane to me because in my mind you'd think, why wouldn't you want me to try this pill? Why wouldn't you? If it does work, I'm gonna be cured and I go back to work full time. Like, I won't have cancer anymore. If I'm in remission, I won't need all these, you're not paying out anymore. So wouldn't you want me to take this pill? I don't know, but obviously, and then you have to take this pill for however long to get you into remission, hopefully. So if I'm taking it for a year, I did the math, it was like, I don't even know, like $145,000 or something. I mean, that's like absolutely outrageous. That's crazy. I mean, it's a lot of money. So I made a GoFundMe account. So if any of you want to be generous, which you don't have to, because so many people have already. People have really band together for me and done 2 fundraisers for me. So nice. And then there's even a 3rd fundraiser this fall from some company. I didn't even ask. They heard my story and they nominated me. I was like, wow, that's so nice of you. So people are definitely being very supportive of me, and I really appreciate it because when I first was diagnosed, I was like, I don't know, it's really lonely. I was like, wow, I'm gonna die and no one cares. I'm just dying. The world will keep revolving and moving. Nothing's gonna stop. So it was the first 3 months after March 10th when that doctor talked to me, it was pretty bad. I was pretty depressed. But I have definitely, I'm just stronger. I'm thinking better, and it's time definitely helps adjusting. So I guess that's my story. I finally got my spine fixed, but there's problems. Cancer's still growing right now. I'm not on any kind of treatment literally right now, but we're trying to fight insurance. Hopefully this is a miracle pill. Hopefully I go into remission, and I know I'm just trying to be hopeful because I have to, because I'm gonna try everything I can for my kids. and my family. Like, I love my family, and I have to. So if people have questions, just let me know, and I can make more videos if you want. And if people want to be generous, I'll have my GoFundMe link in there. And if people want to know where I got my wigs, because I even have a cute blonde one, it's upstairs. But if I make another video, I can wear that one next time and put the link in there for you, because I'm sure other people with cancer will probably be watching this video. I've definitely been watching other people who have, I know the adenocarcinoma with lung cancer. I saw two girls with that, but it's kind of hard because it's not bladder cancer. But even one of those women, that woman passed. One of them passed. I haven't checked on the other one lately because I'm kind of afraid. Because it's just like, cancer just sucks. I had no idea. I just thought we were more advanced. I don't know. I thought we knew a lot more to help people, but they're trying, and they're trying to come up with these pills. They're trying to come up with so many other things other than chemo, because chemo is so detrimental to the body. It's so painful. It sucks, but we'll see what happens. So, well, thank you everybody for taking your time, and yeah, I guess just let me know what you want me to do next. Love you. Bye.